Dear students, have a nice day. Today I have a new video for you about the story and astrologer's day. Guys, this story has been written by R.K. Narayan, a South Indian writer. The full name of R.K. Narayan is Rasipuram Krishna Swami Narayan. R.K. Narayan is one of the greatest writers of our country who have written their works in English as Raja Rao, Mulkraj Anand, and the third name is R.K. Narayan. In this story, An Astrologer's Day, R.K. Narayan has told us about a day of astrologer. The astrologer of the story is a type of a street astrologer, and through this story R.K. Narayan has satired on street astrologers. You know, as at present time we find astrologers here and there in our country, in our streets, in our city. The same type of astrologer was the astrologer of this story. First of all, to understand the story well, we see the past of the astrologer. The astrologer of the story was the son of a farmer. He lived in the village with his parents. He worked in the fields. He played with his village friends, and he had many bad habits. He gambled. He used to take wine, and he philandered also. One day, in the company of his friend Guru Nayak, he drank wine and he quarreled over the matter of a girl. In excitement, he stabbed Guru Nayak and threw Guru Nayak into the dry well. Thinking Guru Nayak dead, he ran away from the village due to fear of police and due to fear of taking revenge. He reached city and there he became an astrologer. There he married and had a daughter also. Now Dear guys, think about the astrologer. The astrologer of the story did not know anything about astrology. He was as unknown to the stars as his customers were, but he told the fate of his customers and earned a lot of money by befooling them. Now we see his professional equipments. What were his equipments? Guys, he had a square of cloth with a mystic chart. He had a dozen of cowrie shells. He had a notebook. He had a bundle of Palmyra writings. And at midday, he opened his bag and spread out his professional equipment and welcomed his clients, customers. Now we see his paraphernalia. Paraphernalia means उसकी वेशभूषा। और इससे पहले जो मैंने आपको बताया था, प्रोफेशनल इक्विपमेंट्स मीन्स व्यवसाय के लिए जो साजो सामान था वो। गाइस, he rubbed ashes on his body and on his forehead. His forehead was also resplendent with vermilion along with ashes. He wore or bound a saffron colored turban on his head. He had long whiskers streaming through the cheeks. His eyes sparkled with a sharp, abnormal gleam, which was really an outcome of a continual searching of his customers. His customers thought the light of the eyes as a prophetic light. But you know, that light was due to the search of his customers, not a prophetic light. उसके जो कस्टमर्स थे उसकी आंखों की चमक को समझते थे कि प्रोफेटिक लाइट है, दैवीय प्रकाश। लेकिन बच्चों, तुम्हें पता होना चाहिए कि वो कोई दैवीय प्रकाश नहीं था। वह था अपने क्लाइंट को खोजने का खोजने की जिज्ञासा। You know, the color scheme of astrologer never failed, and his customers attracted to him as the bees are attracted to cosmos और डेलिया। जिस प्रकार से मधुमक्खियां कॉस्मॉस या डेलिया पुष्प की ओर आकर्षित होती हैं, उसी प्रकार से उसके कस्टमर्स उसकी इस वेशभूषा को देख करके आकर्षित होते थे, उसकी ओर खिंचते थे। नाउ I am telling you about the place where he used to sit and continued his business. Guys, he had a remarkable place to continue his business. He sat under the tamarind tree. Tamarind means imli, which flanked a path running through the town hall park. It means that a surge of crowd, a surging crowd was always moving up and down this narrow road, and the road or the place was full of all types of traders. There were medicine shops, there were also stolen hardware and junk dealers shop. There was an auctioneer of cheap cloth, and a groundnut seller also used to sell his groundnuts there. He called his groundnuts by many interesting names. One day he used to say Bombay ice cream. Other day he said Delhi almond. Or other day he used to say Raja's delicacy. In this way he used to carry on his business, and a considerable portion of this crowd dallied before the astrologer too, and the astrologer got profit of this place, of this remarkable place. You know, that place had not municipal light, and the shopkeepers had their own lights. Some had hissing gas lights, some had old lamp old lamps or old cycle lamps, and one or two managed like astrologer without lights of their own, means they had no light. They continued their business with the light of other shopkeepers, as the astrologers used to do. Astrologer had no his own light. He continued his business in the light of groundnut seller. When the groundnut seller had gone, he also left the place. Now, how did the astrologer deal his customers? You know, astrologer had a working analysis of mankind's troubles related to marriage, money, and tangles of human ties. His long practice had sharpened his perception, and he took three pies per question. First of all, he did not open his mouth. He allowed his customers to tell about about their problems, and within 10 minutes he knew so many things to tell about them. And when he gave them answers, he gave them common answers. 10 of 9 persons, 9 clients became satisfied with him, as in many ways you are not getting the fullest result of your hard work. When he said to his customers this thing, in many ways you are not getting the fullest result of your hard work, 9 out of 10 became angry, and they became satisfied. Or he said, is there any woman in your family or in your distant relationship who is not well disposed towards you? कोई औरत तुम्हारे परिवार में या तुम्हारे दूर के रिश्ते में ऐसी है जो तुमसे तुम्हारा भला नहीं चाहती, और लगभग कोई न कोई औरत निकल ही आती है और लोग हो जाते थे सेटिस्फाइड। या वो दूसरी बातें भी कहता था। वो कहता, और ही गेव एन एनालिसिस ऑफ करेक्टर, एज मोस्ट ऑफ योर ट्रबल्स are due to your nature. So many people will be satisfied न जाने कितने लोग संतुष्ट हो जाएंगे जब कहा जाएगा कि जो समस्याएं तुम्हारे जीवन की हैं वो तुम्हारे स्वभाव के कारण है। या दूसरी बात वो कहता था, you have an impetuous nature and a rogue exterior. This endeared him to their hearts immediately. In this way, he used to earn money from his customers by befooling them. One day, he was about to leave the place because it was night, and the nut vendor blew out his flare and rose to go home. So the astrologer began to bundle up his professional equipments and decided to go home. At that time, he saw a stranger standing before him. Since he was bundling up his professional equipments, he did not see towards that stranger but asked him, "You look so careworn." नीचे से झुकाए ही उसने आवाज दे दी। उसने कहा कि तुम बहुत चिंतित दिखाई देते हो। It will do you good to sit down and chat with me. बहुत अच्छा होगा कि आप बैठ जाएं और मेरे साथ बातचीत करें। But the stranger was very haughty person. He thrust his palm under his nose and said, "Do you call yourself an astrologer?" And thus the astrologer was challenged. उसने एस्ट्रोलॉजर के ठोड़ी के पास अपने हाथ को लगाया और कहा, क्या तुम अपने आप को एस्ट्रोलॉजर कहते हो? और इस प्रकार से एस्ट्रोलॉजर को चैलेंज मिला। एस्ट्रोलॉजर टिल्टिंग हिज पाम began to say, "Yours nature." But the stranger cut him short. "Oh, stop that," stranger said. "Tell me something worthwhile." जैसे उसने उसकी हथेली को देखते हुए कहा कि तुम्हारा नेचर, जिस प्रकार से वो पहले अपने कस्टमर्स को मूर्ख बनाया करता। At this, the stranger took out an anna and flung it out to him, saying, "I have some questions to ask, and if I prove you are bluffing, you must return that anna to me with interest." उसने एक आना फेंकते हुए बोला कि मुझे कुछ प्रश्न तुमसे पूछने हैं। यदि मुझे लगा कि तुम मुझे बेवकूफ़ बना रहे हो, ब्लफ कर रहे हो, तो तुम्हें इंटरेस्ट के साथ इसे देना पड़ेगा। एंड द एस्ट्रोलॉजर सेड, "इफ यू फाइंड माई आंसर सेटिस्फैक्टरली, विल यू गिव मी 5 rupees?" Eastern astrologer was very cunning. He said, will you give me 5 rupees if I ask all your questions satisfactory? No. Or will you give me 8 annas? And the astrologer said that, will you give me 8 annas? And thus the bargaining, with a long bargaining, the stranger satisfied. But he said that if you are wrong, you should pay double. The pact was accepted after a little further argument. And the astrologer lifted his hands towards the sky. Perhaps he was asking for, he was getting the blessings of God. In the meantime, when he was doing this, the stranger took out his cheroot and began to smoke. In the light of matchstick, the astrologer saw the face of that stranger and he was shivered because that person, that stranger was Guru Nanak, whom he had stabbed and dropped him into the dry well. He was his past friend and past enemy also. जैसे उसने चिरुट जलाते समय उसके चेहरे को देखा, वो कांप गया कि वो गुरु नायक था जिसको उसने चाकू भोंक दिया था और वो उसका पुराना मित्र और पुराना दुश्मन दोनों था. अब उसने बहाना बनाया. Astrologer pretended that he did not used to accept such challenges. उसने कहा कि मुझे ऐसी चुनौतियां स्वीकार नहीं. Take your this money. Today I am late. I have to go home. And I shall tell you tomorrow about your fate, about your future, about your questions. But the stranger caught hold his wrist and said, challenge is challenge. उसने उसकी कलाई को पकड़ लिया और कहा कि चैलेंज होता है. अब तुमको मेरे प्रश्नों के जवाब देने पड़ेंगे. After some time, astrologer became normal and he thought to get advantage of this situation. He thought that Guru Nanak had not recognized him, and so now telling about his past life, truly he can earn a lot of money. And so he began to start. The astrologer replied, all right, I will speak, but will you give me a rupee if what I say is convincing? Otherwise, I will not open my mouth, and you may do what you like. After a good deal of haggling, the, the stranger agreed. The astrologer said, "You were left dead. Am I right?" "Oh, tell me more." The astrologer said, "Once a knife had passed through your chest." The stranger was satisfied, and he opened his chest and showed the astrologer the mark of the scar of the wound of knife, and said, "That rascal had stabbed me here." The astrologer said, "And you were pushed into a dry well nearby in the field, and you were left for dead." The stranger said, "Yes." A passerby passed from there, and he took me out of the well, and my life was saved. Now I am searching of that rascal. Tell me about him. Where will I find him? The astrologer proceeded, "You will find that rascal in the next world. He died 4 months ago in a far off town. He was crushed under a lorry. You will never see any more." Guru Nanak groaned on hearing it, and the astrologer proceeded, "Guru Nanak." When Guru Nanak heard his name, he said, "You know my name?" And astrologer said, "As I know all other things about you, I am looking again danger in your life. Please take the next train and be gone, and never took journey towards south from your village." He took out a pinch of sacred ice and held to him. "Rub it on your forehead and go home. If you follow my advice, you will live to be 100." And the stranger said, "Why should I leave home again?" And he went to his village. The astrologer bundled up his professional equipment and started for his home. The astrologer said, "Count the money." The wife counted the money and said, 12 and half annas. At this, the astrologer said, "Swine fellow, he had cheated me. He had promised to give me 1 rupee, but he had not given 1 rupee. After dinner, he said to his wife, "Today a great load had gone from me. I thought myself a murderer, but that fellow is alive." And the wife said, "I shall purchase some jaggery and coconut for that money and will make sweets for daughter." She she was asking for the sweets. The astrologer said, "Now it is time to sleep," and he stretched himself on the pillow. The story ends. Guys, listen this story attentively, and if you have not understood it well, tell me and give me your comment. I shall give you short questions also. You will learn them. That's all.